2018 county tax and open space, which is due May 15th, 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. Resolution 2018-80, resolution approving the payment of second quarter 2018 county tax and open space tax due May 15, 2018 successfully passes. We will now be moving forward to the budget hearing. Motion to open the hearing.
I make a motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. This is now the discussion time for both the council and the public. Now this is my first one, so you seasoned veterans, how do we normally do this? Do we go council first, then public, or, yeah? Okay. Councilman Lutz?
I really don't have anything on the budget. The line items are okay with me, so I'm going to go forward with it.
Councilman McVeigh?
Other than once again, thank you, Bob Merlot, especially with all the adjustments along the way on behalf of council.
Councilman Davis?
Yeah, thank you to Bob, and apologies because I am going to make one more suggestion just based on reviewing the budget. I'm hoping that we can have some debate on it. I'm not sure if we'd like to hold off on my motion, but my proposal is going to be to add $20,000 to our line item for the youth center. And I'll give debate on that after we have the other resolution for amending the budget as well.
Excuse me,
Councilman?
that's still on the budget.
I think he was speaking in terms of an additional 20,000?
That's correct.
So that would be then 40,000 to the Earth Youth Center, yes, Councilman Davis?
That's correct.
Yes, you may.
So it's clear, this is debate on the budget as introduced.
Right.
There'll be any amendments, proposed amendments that are approved by the council, will be open for debate at a later time.
If you are increasing that to 40,000, I hope the youth center realizes that it's not cash anymore. You have to give us all the bills, and then we pay out of that 40,000. That's how we pay the bill. It's not for salary anymore, so I think we should keep it the same.
Yeah, I'd be glad after we hear the public's input. I think we can have some hearty debate on the proposal.
Okay. So,
But again, that's just gonna be,
Yeah.
if that debate does occur, it's gonna be later on, it's not right now.
Oh, okay, so we're not going to be discussing that this evening.
Well, so,
You might,
yeah,
but you don't have to-
I'm going to propose it as a resolution after 2018-71.
Correct. So again, this is just debate on the budget as it was introduced.
Correct.
What is the law surrounding, I know that there was a law that was recently passed with regard to providing a nonprofit with a stipend for municipality. Is this, are we still capable of doing that? Is there a loophole that we found?
We treat them as reimbursements.
So
It's
then,
not a strict limit.
okay, so then they give okay, so similar to that of the youth organizations.
We
Okay.
require invoices from that, and then we reimburse them.
And in the past, have they gone over 20,000?
No.
They haven't. Councilman Davis, do you anticipate them going over 20,000?
Yeah, as I said, I think it would be appropriate for us to debate it as a function of the resolution. Because I'm very satisfied with the budget as it is. I'm glad that we're passing on tax relief to taxpayers of Phillipsburg. I know we added some things, but hopefully the additional cost will come in additional services that people will be satisfied with. At the same time, again, enjoying their tax break. So that's my comment on the budget as it stands.
Thank you, Councilman. I just had a quick question, that was all. Councilman McVeigh?
Talk to my kid.
I trust what Bob just said about not going over 20,000. And at the risk of carefully choosing my words,
Please.
I have no discussion on this.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilman McVeigh, you said you didn't have anything. Councilman Davis, he was happy with the budget. I am also, I'm content with the changes that we've made. Proceeding forward, I concur with Councilman Davis with regard to the tax break that they would be receiving before the school board raises the taxes. I know you guys are out there. Where are you? Raise your hand. I'm teasing. So, I'm good. I'm good.
I have a question on that, Mr. Goldberg.
I will now, do we open up to the public without a motion, or do a motion? Motion open to the public?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polk?
Yes. So, members of the public, if anyone has a question, I'd ask that you come to the podium, and this is just budget discussion only, and state your name and address for the record.
Don Jakey, Randall Street. Is there any money in that budget to fix and repair streets and sidewalks?
Yes, sir, there is.
Is there any way you can get Front Street on that list?
I believe since the mayor is part of the administration, right, the mayor is the administrative body of the government, he defines the schedule. My advice would be to contact Mayor Ellis's office and request that. That's all I can give you. I don't know if anyone else from council.
I leave it at that.
Thank you, Mr. Dickey. Mr. Minor, are you going to read that whole thing, Mr. Minor?
No, just part of it.
Okay.
I read some of it already in public comments. I have some more.
Thank you, Mr. Minor.
I'm Joe Miner. I live at 392 South Main Street in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. The budget, and I asked at previous meetings if specific additional labor costs were included in the budget and told they were. On opening the budget to the public, I investigated and find that I was deceived. The increased inspection department needs of 2 inspectors plus 1 secretary is not included. There were also implications from council that labor costs that would arise from new ordinance were included. That doesn't appear to be true either, but that was only an implication. The tally, and under public comment I will say something else. The tally as presently, 2 inspectors plus the increase for the ordinance of speed and 3 inspectors and 1 secretary for the inspectors. Because the clerk is falling behind under increased responsibility of the council, she needs more than 1 part-time into a full-timer. She needs an additional full-timer. And then there's the need to upgrade to a security person enforcing the security installation at the town hall entrance. 1 code enforcement officer is also needed. We need a recreation director. This is an increase of $900,000 in labor plus labor overhead costs, less the income from 3 inspectors. Present budget, well, there will be an income from 3 inspectors. And I'm allowed to disagree with
You are,
Ethan Ross
Mr. Minor, please continue.
on the income from that. The present budget doubles the income from inspectors, but I'm assuming that's based on the old, and that with income is just after you give Mr. Duddy his 2.5 people more, that he will be able to double that income. But it's only the arithmetic that I see is slightly different, and I would defer, of course, to Mr. Murphy. In addition, fields and grounds, other parts of the budget. In addition, fields and grounds decreased $1.8 million. That's a question mark. That's what it says. And that's really quite amazing that we can decrease that so much. Using Alpha Court is cheaper than our court. That's also quite amazing. Liability insurance decreased. I find that amazing. And no increase for the children, which I find disheartening. I'll do the public comment later on what we can do to do better.
Mr. Meyer, thank you for your comment. Is there anyone else that has any comments on the budget? There's seeing none, we can move to close the public discussion on the budget.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Councilman Look,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Council President Booker.
Yes. We now have Resolution 2018-71, a resolution to amend, and I believe all of council has this in front of them, yes? A resolution to amend municipal budget, whereas the local municipal budget for the year 2018 was approved on the 20th day of March 2018, and whereas the public hearing on said budget has been held and advertised, and whereas it is desired to amend the approved budget, now therefore be it resolved by the Town Council of the Town of Phillipsburg, County of Warren, and that the following amendments to the approved budget of 2018 be made. Under general appropriations, it would be operation with caps. Under general administration, salaries and wages would move from $56,250 to $53,250. General administration, under other expenses, would move from $114,725 to $120,525. And under mayor and council other expenses would be $71,050 to $68,250. And under animal control services, under salaries and wages, it would move from $25,500 to $35,500. Be it further resolved that 2 certified copies of this resolution be filed forthwith in the office of the Director of Local Government Services for his certification of the local municipal budget so amended.
I'll make a motion on the table.
Second. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Look,
Table?
To on table.
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Council President Booker.
Yes. Motion to accept.
Was that just as a function of procedure, I believe the line item in red, the animal control services, was added after we tabled it. I think we need to formally adopt an amendment to the resolution prior to voting on it.
Man knows his Robert's Rules of Order. I'm not going to argue with that. Okay, so motion to amend, adding the animal control services salaries and wages from $25,500 to $35,500 on Resolution 2018-71. Motion.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Look,
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh,
Yes.
Councilman Davis,
Yes.
Council President Booker.
Yes. Now we can motion to accept Resolution 2018-71.
So moved.
Second, but I like this.
Yes, please.
I still think, going back to the outside contractor for inspections, I still think if we don't use it, we can always put it back, but I still think we should put that up to 50,000. This is in case they get in case the company comes in and they might have 2 people that they can use to go around town, which might be better, instead of just 1 person.
So go with Councilman Davis's initial idea of adding 50,000 to the budget for a new inspector, for another inspector.
For another inspector.
Okay.
To be candid, I was moved by Council Vice President DiGirolamo's timetable based on the current implementation schedule. I think that we probably can stand with the current $50,000 because by the time that we would exhaust that, hopefully we'd be to November.
You can always remove it in November.
Agreed, but I believe that if we do increase that, we have to increase the amount raised by taxation. So I'd rather err on the side of conservatism.
That on top of the possible $20,000 would make it $70,000, and I don't know where it would put us.
That would be kind
a penny, so we'd be raising taxes.
Again, you'll probably be breaking even, maybe raising this. That's just a guess.
Are you motioning for that, Councilman?
Well, number one, I don't want to raise it, but number two, I don't want to be caught with the situation that if we bring two in, it may be better. But it's totally up to you guys. It's hard, it's very hard, because I feel sorry for Bob, because every time we talk, it goes different on him. I guess we'll leave it go and see what happens.
I'd say right now, I believe we're absent knowledge regarding the dollar amount and what we're going to get from inspections. So like I said, I think it serves us best to err on the side of conservatism here and see what we can get for our initial $50,000 before we add additional funds to the budget.
Councilman Davis just said he was conservative. Just wanna
We'll
put
see
that
what
out there.
happens. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Motion. That was it?
I think just in order of brevity, I will make a motion to amend, and Bob, if you can help me to add under general appropriations what the line item is for the Youth Center. I can't recall. I had it written down. I forgot to bring it with me on paper.
We're not using 20,000. Why should we?
This is where we would go into further discussion, Council?
Yes.
So,
Well, you made a motion, you need a second.
Right.
Second.
Thanks.
No, I'd rather second, just so we can have a discussion of where the councilman's coming from.
Thank you, and I appreciate council seconding the motion. The nature of my request is based on what we've added to the budget for many of the other programs. For our youth sports teams, as well as the senior center, we've doubled the amount of money that we're providing for reimbursement. I think it only is fitting and fair to add the First Youth Center to that doubling. Just in terms of the services that we provide, as you know, I served on the board of the senior center. The population is less than 200 or less from what I recall at the senior center in terms of active members. The First Youth Center has 500 youth members alone. In terms of programs that they offer, they're obviously well used by our basketball and wrestling teams. They also have a multitude of clubs, including a chess club. They have an indoor camping day. Friday they host our dances. They also have a substantial after-school program that averages about 75 kids per day, and there's another program that has 125 kids attending. Additionally, most of the capital expenses for the First Youth Center are handled internally. If you recall, Council last year approved an emergency provision for the Senior Center to replace multiple furnaces. It's a benefit that the First Youth Center doesn't enjoy because we don't provide their building to them. And to be candid, the reimbursement that they've gotten from their foundation has dwindled over the years as costs have increased. The last number I saw is that from the 1990s, the amount that they get from their local society has decreased about 50%. I think that we all agree the First Youth Center is a boon to our town, and it's a rare benefit that we have for our citizens, one that's unrivaled in Warren County. And to that end, I think it's only fair that we help provide them with the resources that they need in order to continue providing excellent services to our kids.
My only debate, Councilman, would be approximately a month and a half ago, I was in discussions with the Youth Center president regarding giving them more funding, and they were unable to give me a list of the programs and how much they cost. With that, coupled with the fact that CFO Merlo said they didn't go over the 20,000 last year, I'm in a questionable status at this point in time. Councilman Lewis.
I think if you read I think it was in the paper or on their site, the Colts dissolved their group, and they gave a portion of it to the youth center. What it was, they didn't disclose it, but it didn't say it. I'm gonna vote no because I'm listening to Mr. Merlo. And Mr. Merlo says it doesn't exceed, they haven't exceeded 20,000. So, I'm gonna vote no.
Yeah, I can tell you, I did meet with Mr. Russo. He said that this would be a benefit that they would enjoy and they would take advantage of. So, I said I stand on my original proposal that this would be a benefit to the town, and I would encourage my colleagues to vote in favor of this proposal.
Councilman McVeigh.
I too was in the discussions with the Council President regarding providing a list of activities. It was a pretty fair request. Never saw it. Secondly, we didn't use the money historically. And thirdly, even if we kind of did, going off of what you just mentioned just a few minutes ago about we're already almost halfway through the year already, we can, if we haven't used it, that's really extending that courtesy. So I'll be voting no.
Just have we requested such similar breakdowns in costs from all the organizations that we're providing reimbursement to?
To be fair, no, Councilman Vietnam. That is correct, Councilman. We did absorb a lot of the duties with regard to the youth center. Well, a fair amount. I can't say a lot because I don't think that it's. I think that Mrs. Corcoran and Mr. Capello and Chief Stetner would be more beneficial to let us know what was taken, the cost, and the equipment that was taken, as well as the duties. I'm on the fence. If they haven't used it, and when I did meet with him, he was unable to give it to me. But you're telling me that you met with him and he had told you that they would use it. But I almost think because of what's going on currently, I mean, are they using it for salaries and wages? Are they using it? I'd like to see, that's the reason I'd like to see the breakdown. And I think it would be to protect myself, considering the current circumstances regarding litigation. And I mean, I'd love to be able to give the kids another $20,000, but I want to make sure that I'm not giving someone a bribe down the line, or for it, and I don't mean it in that state, right? But for them to look at it as if I were providing that.
Circumstances notwithstanding, I think that if we are going to ask that from the Birth Youth Center as a function of an increased amount, then it's only fair that we would be requesting the same thing of all the nonprofits that we're providing funding to, or providing reimbursement funds to.
Isn't it true, correct me if I'm right or wrong, the youth center is standing by themselves now?
That is correct. They have, as of now, I don't know, actually, Mr. Novak may be able to tell us. He wrote the last article. I'm not sure. Mr. Novak, did they let you know whether or not they would like a shared services agreement with the town of Phillipsburg?
I don't have that information.
All right, thank you. I don't know, Councilman. Move to vote. Roll call vote, please.
So this is a vote to amend the budget to add an additional $20,000 as proposed by Councilman Davis for the youth center.
Councilman Lutz?
No.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
No.
Council President Polper?
I have no choice at this time but to vote no.
Thank you, Councilman.
So there's vote to approve resolution 2018-71.
Motion to approve resolution 2018-71.
That's already
Right.
moved, we just need to do the roll now.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
No.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polper?
Yes. Okay, motion to close the budget hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote. Beyond discussion? There being none, roll call vote, Vicki.
Councilman Lutz?
Yes.
Councilman Davis?
Yes.
Councilman McVeigh?
Yes.
Council President Polper?
Yes. The budget hearing is now closed. We will be introducing the budget officially, date, Vicki?
24th?
April 24th. Moving forward with old business, these were the items that were tabled at the last meeting. I believe did we on table these already? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can go ahead and skip. God bless you.
Thanks, Bob.
Mr. Merlo, thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Eric, thank you. The mayor and administrative report section, the mayor's not with us this evening, but he did email us. Councilman Davis, were you provided with a report?
Yeah, I'll give a quick highlight. The mayor's still looking for superintendent of recreation. His triage plan is to expand the search regionally outside the town for qualified superintendent. In the interim, he plans on hiring seasonal hourly employees to operate all the recreational activities. He's also exploring a shared service agreement to operate the playground program for the summer. He's also exploring the possibility of outsourcing or creating or proposing a shared service agreement to oversee all recreational operations on a yearly basis. He's also requesting that council consider the creation of a seasonal hourly supervisor position. It'll be required by ordinance, and the mayor will be proposing an hourly rate. He's also notes in here that he's posted for the playground positions and pool positions, and the updates will come as available. For economic resources, Mayor just want to reiterate that we've been selected as an opportunity zone, and that he thinks it's a great opportunity for the town of Phillipsburg to get some new capital reinvestment. It comes at the perfect time as we prepare the riverfront redevelopment plan. We worked very hard with the office to get the riverfront area designated for that. He's also meeting with Mr. Joe Getz, the economic consultant for the riverfront redevelopment plan. He's going to be working with the town as we move forward, along with Van Cleef on the redevelopment project. UEZ funding is expected to be reinstated. The budget's passed 2 readings. We expect the governor to sign into law, so we'll see some additional funding downtown for economic development. And we've had some interest from potential tenants and owners in the logistics property, and there's been an increase in interest in small businesses looking to locate in Phillipsburg. He just want to also update council that he's been working in terms of the litigation concerning sewer contracts with Greenwich and Wilpacon. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Did he happen to let you know who he was exploring the shared services agreement with?
It's not included in the report, Council
All right.
President.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Stan, you're up. Stan, can you let me know too how we're making out with the streets with regard to the speed bumps we discussed?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Several items proceeding. Regarding the speed bumps, the police did an initial speed study on a couple of roads that were indicated. I don't have the results back yet, but we want to expand that further. One does a study for traffic calming. You can't just affect one street, it affects the whole area, so people bypass. So we're requesting speed studies on additional roads, so we can come back and see what's relevant to it. We haven't, I believe the first study didn't show effect of any speeding in that area. I think if anything was found, it was violated, but we'll look further to see what was done and show that. That ties in actually to the road reassessment that we've been doing, which ties into the question we had from Mr. Dickey. We're putting a hierarchy together of roads to be resurfaced and repaired. This past storm that we had gave us an opportunity to investigate some of the drainage problems we had particularly, we went out, looked at the bottom of areas of Heckman Street, because we have that into DOT for approval now prior to going to bidding. We found some areas that we want to do some additional drainage improvements. We also identified 10 other areas that we'd like to add to the plan this year, and working with Bob Arlo to see what we can target with the funds that are available under capital. So that'll be moving forward. Regarding what we talked about earlier with the removal of the crosswalks in Union Square, actually, we've been moving forward on that. As I said, we were looking to do it, we had a very short window to work in April to get that done before the activities proceed again for the train and other things. Today, we actually did a test section up on Market Street to see if the method that we're using would be successful in timing. It does appear that that will work. And my glasses down.
Leave the barrel in no wood.
Stan, if you put them on, you made me see my house.
Yeah. Well, anyway, well, let me go. That's who's supposed to
I'm
put
right
it.
in your box.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Okay, so on Friday, April 20th, coming up, we're going to be saw cutting and core drilling lip holes into the concrete frames for these crosswalks. 2 crosswalks at Hudson Street, 2 cross at Market Street intersection, the northbound side of Pleasant Avenue, Union Square, and Morris Street, and the southbound side of Pleasant Avenue, Union Square, as time permits. On Saturday, when there's less traffic, we're going to actually remove and install asphalt at 2 crosswalks at Hudson Street and the 2 crosswalks at Market Street. The following week, Monday and Tuesday, remove 2 crosswalks and install asphalt at 1 crosswalk at Pleasant, 2 crosswalks at Union Square, 1 crosswalk at Morris Street. We think this may possibly extend into the following weekend, depending on traffic. We coordinated with the police, we coordinated with the Bridge Commission. There'll be 2 police officers present between 8:30 and 5:30, along with 2 flaggers, and we'll have a detour route set up. So we think we have this, we have the process down. We'll be able to work without closing down the road or doing any work at night. As I mentioned, Heckman Street is into DOT for review. We expect to be able to go to bid within the next couple of weeks. We'll keep you advised of the schedule. Ingersoll Rand, we've been reviewing compliance documents, working very closely with the engineering team, which has expanded to different capabilities with different firms. We have a site civil. We have a geotechnical engineer involved. We have a specialist that's doing the wetlands and the permitting for the discharge of the stormwater detention system. That's all coming together. We have another engineering meeting scheduled for this Friday. We're also bringing the fire department in because they're concerned about how they're going to be running the water lines into the site. So it's all coming together. We expect activity to begin there very soon.